You are kind to strangers. You smile at the cashier at Starbucks. You are patient with your coworkers, even when they're pushing your buttons. You can stay calm when some jerk cuts you off in traffic. You might even give them the benefit of the doubt. You can handle difficult customers without losing your cool, even when they are being completely unreasonable. You are known as the calm one, the reasonable one, the one who never makes a scene. But then you go home, and something changes. The smallest thing happens. A comment that should not matter, a tone of voice that triggers something deep inside you, a dish left in the sink by Michael, a question asked at the wrong moment by Emily. And suddenly, you are not the calm person anymore. Suddenly, you are exploding, saying things you do not mean, raising your voice when you promised yourself you never would, becoming someone you do not recognize. And afterward, you feel terrible. You feel shame. You feel confusion. You wonder, what is wrong with me? You wonder why you can control yourself with strangers, but lose it completely with the people you love most, your family. You wonder why the ones who matter the most receive the worst version of you. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone, and you are not broken. You are experiencing something that Eckhart Tolle has written about extensively, something he calls the pain body. And once you understand what it is and why it gets activated specifically in close relationships, everything will start to make sense. Today, I am going to explain exactly why you explode with the people you love most. I am going to reveal the hidden mechanism that takes over your body and mind when you are triggered. And I am going to share the only way to actually stop this pattern. Not through willpower, not through trying harder to control yourself, but through a deeper understanding that changes everything. Let me start with a question. Have you ever noticed that you can be patient all day at work, but come home and snap at your partner within 5 minutes? Have you noticed that a stranger can say something rude and you let it go, but if your mother says the same thing, you carry it for days? Have you noticed that the people who love you the most are also the ones who can hurt you the most? This is not a coincidence. There is a reason for this, and the reason goes much deeper than you think. Eckhart Tolle teaches that every human being carries what he calls an emotional pain body. This is an accumulation of OLD emotional pain from your past. It starts in childhood. Every time you experienced emotional pain that was not fully processed, it got stored in your system. Every time you were hurt and could not express it, every time you were afraid and had to pretend you were fine, every time you were rejected or abandoned or misunderstood, all of that pain accumulated. It formed an invisible entity that now lives within you, an entity that has its own agenda, an entity that needs to feed. And what does the pain body feed on? Negative energy, drama, conflict, suffering. The pain body is literally nourished by painful experiences. It needs them to survive, and this is why it creates situations that generate more pain. This is why you find yourself in the same arguments again and again. This is why the same patterns keep repeating in your relationships. The pain body is orchestrating it. Now, here is the crucial part. The pain body is especially active in intimate relationships. Tolle writes that pain bodies love intimate relationships and families because that is where they get most of their food. Think about that for a moment. Your pain body is hungriest in your closest relationships. It finds the most nourishment with the people you love. Why? Because those are the people who have access to your deepest vulnerabilities. They know your wounds. They know your triggers. They have seen you at your worst, and they are connected to the original sources of your pain. Let me explain what I mean by that. Most of your pain body was formed in childhood, through interactions with your parents or caregivers. The way they treated you shaped your deepest wounds. The way they responded to your needs created patterns that still run your life today. And here is the uncomfortable truth. You have probably chosen a partner or surrounded yourself with people who are eerily similar to the people who originally wounded you. This is not an accident. Psychology research shows that we are unconsciously attracted to people who feel familiar, and familiar often means similar to our early caregivers. So, when your partner does something that triggers you, they are often pressing buttons that were installed long before you met them. They are activating wounds that have nothing to do with them. They are waking up pain that has been sleeping inside you for decades. This is why your reaction feels so disproportionate. This is why a small comment can trigger a massive explosion. You are not just reacting to what happened in that moment. You are reacting to everything that moment represents. Every time you felt unseen as a child, every time you felt unimportant, every time you felt unloved or abandoned or criticized, all of that comes flooding back in an instant, and your pain body takes over. When the pain body takes over, you are no longer in control. You are possessed by an old energy that is not really you. The words that come out of your mouth are not your words. They are the words of accumulated pain. The anger you feel is not really about the present moment. It is ancient anger that finally found an outlet. Tolle describes this as being taken over. When your pain body is active, you lose access to your true self. You become identified with the pain. You become the anger. You become the hurt. You become a character in a drama that you did not consciously choose, and you say and do things that the real you would never say or do. This is why afterward you feel such shame. This is why you think, "What is wrong with me?" Because on some level, you know that was not really you. That was your pain body using your body and your voice to feed itself. That was old trauma acting itself out through you. But here is what most people do not understand. Your pain body is not trying to hurt you. It is not evil. It is simply doing what it was programmed to do. It is trying to survive. And the only way it knows how to survive is by creating more pain. It does not know any other way. It was formed from pain, and it perpetuates pain. The pain body is also very intelligent in a certain sense. It knows exactly which buttons to push. It knows exactly what to say to trigger other people. Because when you trigger someone else, their pain body activates too. And then you have two pain bodies feeding on each other, creating more and more drama, more and more conflict, more and more suffering. This is what happens in most relationship arguments. It isn't two people having a disagreement. It's two pain bodies having a feast. Neither person is present. Neither person is conscious. Both have been taken over by their accumulated pain. And both are saying and doing things that create more wounds. Have you ever had an argument where you said something really hurtful, something you knew would hit your partner exactly where it hurts most, and afterward, you wondered why you said it? That was your pain body. It knew exactly where to strike, to create maximum pain, because your pain body and your partner's pain body have a kind of agreement. They feed each other. They trigger each other. They have found the perfect dance partner. Eckhart Tolle says that pain bodies often have a strange compatibility. Two people with complementary pain bodies are drawn together, not because it will be peaceful, but because it will be dramatic, because there will be plenty of conflict to feed on. This is why some relationships feel addictive, even when they are painful. The pain bodies are getting exactly what they need. So, what is the solution? How do you stop exploding with the people you love? How do you break this pattern that seems to have a life of its own? The first thing to understand is that you cannot fight the pain body. You cannot defeat it. through willpower. You cannot suppress it or control it or force it into submission. The more you fight it, the stronger it becomes, because fighting is still giving it energy. Resistance is still engagement. The only thing that can dissolve the pain body is awareness, consciousness, presence. When you become aware that the pain body is active, something miraculous happens. The awareness itself begins to dissolve it. Let me explain how this works. The pain body can only operate when you are unconscious, when you are identified with it, when you believe that you are the anger, that you are the hurt, that you are the victim. As long as you are lost in the emotion, the pain body has full control. But the moment you step back and observe what is happening, the dynamic shifts. The moment you notice, I am being triggered right now, you have created a gap between you and the reaction, and in that gap is freedom. This is the practice that Tolle recommends. When you feel the pain body rising, do not act on it. Instead, observe it. Notice the sensations in your body. Notice the thoughts that are arising. Notice the stories your mind is telling you. But do not believe them. Do not follow them. Just watch. This is incredibly difficult at first because the pull of the pain body is so strong. It wants you to react. It wants you to say that hurtful thing. It wants you to escalate the conflict. It wants its food. But if you can stay present, even for a few seconds, you deny it that food. And each time you do this, the pain body gets a little weaker. Each time you observe instead of react, you are dissolving a little bit of the accumulated pain. You are freeing yourself from patterns that may have controlled you for decades. There is another aspect to this that is equally important: learning to recognize when someone else's pain body is active. When your partner snaps at you, they are often not speaking as their true self. They are being taken over, just like you get taken over. And if you can see this clearly, you will not take it so personally. Eckhart Tolle says that if you observe unconscious behavior in your partner, hold it in the loving embrace of your knowing. Do not react to it. Do not match their pain body with yours. Simply see what is happening. See that they are lost in an old pattern. See that the words they are saying are coming from their pain, not from their love. This does not mean you accept abusive behavior. This does not mean you become a doormat. It means you see clearly what is actually happening. And from that clarity, you can respond instead of react. You can choose your next move consciously instead of being puppeted by your pain. One of the most powerful things you can do in a relationship is to refuse to participate in the pain body dance. When your partner's pain body tries to trigger yours, you can simply decline the invitation, not by suppressing your feelings, not by pretending everything is fine, but by staying present, by staying conscious, by being the awareness that observes the drama without getting lost in it. This is revolutionary because most people have never experienced a partner who does not react to their pain body. They are used to the escalation. They are used to the fight. And when you do not give them what they expect, something strange happens. Their pain body cannot feed. And without food, it begins to subside. This does not mean the conflict is resolved. The issue still needs to be addressed, but it can be addressed consciously. It can be addressed by two present human beings instead of two unconscious pain bodies. And that makes all the difference. I want to share something that might help you understand your own patterns. Think about the last time you exploded at someone you love. What was the trigger? What did they say or do that set you off? Now, go deeper. When have you felt this way before? Not just with this person, but throughout your life. When did you first feel this particular kind of hurt or anger? If you trace it back far enough, you will usually find a childhood root, a moment or series of moments when this pattern was first formed, when this button was first installed. Understanding this does not excuse your behavior. You are still responsible for what you say and do, but it helps you see that you are dealing with something much older than the present moment. You are dealing with wounds that need healing, not just management, healing. The pain body exists because pain was not processed when it happened. It was stored instead, and it will keep getting triggered until it is finally felt. This is the deeper work, not just catching yourself when you are triggered, but actually going into the pain and feeling it fully, letting it move through you, letting it complete its cycle, so that it no longer needs to keep showing up in your relationships. This is about breaking free for good. This is difficult work. It requires courage. It requires a willingness to feel uncomfortable, to really sit with those feelings. It requires sitting with pain instead of acting it out. But it is the only way to truly free yourself, the only way to stop the cycle, the only way to finally give the people you love the version of you they deserve. I want to address something else that happens in close relationships, something really common. The phenomenon of feeling safest with the people who see the worst of you. Why is that? In some twisted way, we often explode with the people we love because we feel safe enough to. It's almost paradoxical. With strangers, we maintain our mask. We put on a show. With co-workers, we keep our guard up. But with family and partners, we let the mask slip. It's inevitable. We let them see what is really going on inside us, the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is both beautiful and dangerous, a double-edged sword. Beautiful because it means we trust them with our whole self, flaws and all. Dangerous because our pain body takes advantage of this trust. It's opportunistic. It uses the safety to act out. It knows that these people will probably not leave, no matter what. So, it feels free to unleash, to throw a tantrum. Understanding this can help you be more compassionate with yourself. It's about self-awareness. You are not worse than you appear to the outside world. Seriously, you are simply more honest with the people closest to you. They get the unfiltered version. The pain body you show them is the pain body you carry everywhere. It's always there. They are just the ones who get to see it. But this also means you have a responsibility, a duty. If these people are willing to see all of you, then you must work on transforming all of you. It's only fair. Not hiding the pain body from them while pretending it does not exist. That's denial, but actually doing the work to dissolve it, to break free, so that what you show them becomes more and more of your true self, and less of your accumulated pain. The goal, right? Let me share a practice that can help you in moments of activation when things start to heat up. When you feel the familiar surge rising, when you feel yourself about to explode. Try this. Seriously, give it a shot. First, notice what is happening in your body. Pay attention. Where do you feel the tension? Is it in your chest, tightness, your jaw, clenching, your hands, fists, your stomach, butterflies? Do not try to change anything. Not yet. Just notice. Just bring awareness to the physical sensations. That's the first step. Then take a breath. Not a forced, calming breath, just a conscious breath. A breath that you are aware of. A simple, mindful breath. Then ask yourself, is this really about what is happening right now? Or is this about something older, something deeper? Often, just asking this question creates enough space to prevent the explosion. It really does. It reminds you that there is more going on than meets the eye. It's never just about the dishes in the sink. It helps you step back from the immediate trigger and see the bigger picture, the whole story. You can also say to your partner, "I am triggered right now. I need a moment before I respond." This is not avoiding the conversation. It's not running away. This is creating space for consciousness to choose your response. This is refusing to let your pain body drive, refusing to be controlled. Your partner might not understand at first. That's okay. They might want to keep the argument going. Their pain body wants its fix. Their pain body might want its food, its drama. But if you stay present, eventually they will have to meet you there. It's inevitable. Or continue alone in their drama, like a one-person show. And drama is not much fun when there is no one to fight with. Over time, as you practice this, something remarkable happens. This takes time. The pain body begins to weaken. The triggers lose their power. The explosions become less frequent and less intense. And you start to feel like yourself again in your closest relationships. What a relief, not the version of you that is controlled by old pain, but the real you, the conscious you, the loving you. This is not about becoming perfect. That's unrealistic. You will still get triggered sometimes. We all do. You will still say things you regret. You're human. You are human. But the identification with the pain body will lessen. It's a gradual process, and when it does activate, you will recover faster, bounce back quicker. You will see what happened more clearly, with more perspective. You will repair more skillfully, more thoughtfully. Relationships are meant to make us conscious, according to Eckhart Tolle. It's not always easy, not to make us happy, though that can happen. Happy is a byproduct, a bonus. But the primary purpose of relationships is to show us what we have not yet healed, to trigger the places that need our attention, to force us to grow, whether we like it or not. So, in a way, your explosions are gifts, believe it or not. Painful gifts, for sure, but gifts nonetheless. Hidden blessings. They are showing you exactly where your work is, what you need to work on, exactly what still needs to be felt and released. Exactly what patterns are running your life, unconsciously, behind the scenes. The question is, will you use these gifts? Will you let your relationships be your spiritual practice? Will you let the triggers become doorways to greater consciousness? Or will you keep blaming your partner, keep blaming your family, keep thinking that if only they would change, you would not explode? The truth is, they might never change. Ever. And that is not the point. That's a distraction. The point is, what are you going to do with what arises in you? Are you going to keep being a victim of your pain body, or are you going to become the awareness that transforms it? This is your choice, and yours alone. Every time you are triggered, you face this choice again and again. React unconsciously, or respond consciously. Feed the pain body, or starve it through presence. Stay asleep, or wake up. I want to close with something important, something essential. Being hard on yourself does not help. It's counterproductive. Shame does not dissolve the pain body. It just makes it stronger. Guilt does not make you more conscious. It just weighs you down. What helps is compassion, self-compassion specifically. Compassion for yourself, for the child in you who accumulated all this pain, for the adult in you who is doing their best to heal, for the human in you who sometimes loses their way. When you explode and feel terrible afterward, do not add more pain through self-judgment. Don't beat yourself up. That only strengthens the pain body. It's like adding fuel to the fire. Instead, bring compassion, bring curiosity. Ask, what can I learn from this? What is this showing me? What needs to heal? And extend that same compassion to the people you love. This is key. They have pain bodies too. They are fighting battles. You cannot see they're struggling too. They are being triggered by things that have nothing to do with you, just like you. In the end, we are all walking around with our accumulated pain. It's part of the human condition. We are all being triggered by each other, often unintentionally. We are all learning to wake up, to become more conscious. Some faster than others. Everyone has their own pace, but all on the same journey towards healing and awareness. Your explosions do not make you a bad person. Seriously, they make you a human person, that's all. A person with pain, a person with patterns, a person who is slowly becoming more conscious. And the fact that you watched this video to the end tells me something about you. It says a lot. You want to change. You want to stop hurting the people you love. You want to break free from these patterns. You're ready for something different. That desire is precious. Hold on to it. That desire, that yearning, it's the first step. Hold on to it. Don't let it go. Use it as motivation to practice presence, to be here, now. Use it as a reminder, a constant nudge, that you are more than your pain body. Use it as fuel for the transformation, the breakthrough that's already underway within you. You are waking up. It might not feel like it all the time, but you are. Even when you explode, even when you fly off the handle with Michael or Jessica, you're still waking up. Each time you see the pattern, that same old argument, a little more clearly. Each time you recover, you pull yourself back a little faster. Each time you understand a little deeper. You get a glimpse of the bigger picture. One day, you will look back at this time, this challenging phase, and you'll see that these difficult moments, these blow-ups with your loved ones, were exactly what you needed. As difficult as they were the pressure, the immense weight that forged you into something stronger, something more resilient. They were the fire that burned away what was not really you, all the false beliefs and limiting patterns. They were the teachers, the tough love you didn't choose but needed most. Trust the process, trust the unfolding of your life, even when it hurts, especially then, even when you fail and you will stumble, even when you wonder if you'll ever change, if you'll ever break free. You are changing, whether you see it or not. Every moment of awareness, every time you catch yourself about to react, is change. Every time you observe instead of react to that jab from John is change. Every time you choose presence over unconsciousness is change. Eckhart Tolle talks about this extensively. And the people you love, your family, your friends, they will begin to notice. They'll see you showing up differently, more grounded, more present. They'll feel safer with you, less like they're walking on eggshells. They'll trust you more because they'll know deep down that you are no longer at the mercy of your pain body. This is the greatest gift you can give them. Not perfection, nobody expects that, but consciousness, awareness. Not the absence of triggers, those will always be there, but the presence of awareness, the ability to see them for what they are. Not a pain body that's gone, vanished, but a pain body that is seen and therefore no longer in control. You can do this. I know you can. You are doing this. Right now. Just by being here, listening, absorbing, just by learning, just by expanding your understanding, just by wanting something different, something better. In the next video, I'm going to talk about why you prefer to be alone, even when you desperately want connection, even when you crave intimacy, the hidden reason behind your solitude, and what it reveals about your soul. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. Now, I want to hear from you. What triggers you most in your closest relationships, What sets you off with Emily or Michael? What patterns keep repeating? That same argument, over and over. Share in the comments below. Be honest, be vulnerable, because when we share our patterns, we help others recognize theirs. It creates a ripple effect. And recognition, seeing it clearly, is the first step to freedom. Remember this. This is crucial. The pain body can only control you when you are unconscious, when you're not paying attention. The moment you see it clearly, its power, its grip on you, begins to dissolve. And you begin to reclaim yourself, to take back your power, the real you, the authentic you, the one who loves deeply, without conditions, the one who chooses presence over reactivity, over giving in to the drama, the one who is learning, day by day, to give the people they love the best version of themselves. That is who you really are. Not the explosions, the outbursts, the regrettable words, not the pain, the hurt, the resentment, not the patterns, the cycles, the endless loops, but the awareness that sees them all, that can observe them without judgment. And in that awareness is your freedom, your liberation. I'll see you in the next video. I look forward to connecting with you again. Until then, be gentle with yourself. Give yourself grace. And with the people you love, extend them the same kindness. You are all doing your best under difficult circumstances. And your best is getting better every day.